What shall we do today? So I still got that thing going on. A little bit light helps. Let's get this out of the way. What is that doing over there? Alexa, turn down the volume to level 3. Alexa, turn the volume to level 4. Hazards. Hazards, poking hazards. Clean up my workstation. It's getting a little cluttered. A little cluttered. Got a lot of shit everywhere. Sorry if y'all don't like my cursing. Probably ought to reduce it down. We've really been good at meeting expectations. Unless they're my own expectations. So, for this video, I guess I'll be using this guy to hold up my cell phone, which I'm recording on with right now. How am I going to arrange it so that y'all can see what I'm working on? And not have it get in the way. Here, Spencer trying to be a YouTuber. Here, Spencer trying to be an inventor. Here, Spencer trying to be an informant. Here, Spencer trying to be... Here, Spencer just trying to enjoy his time. Because how much of it do I have available? Maybe not much. Better, let's get at it, right? Ah, shit. Yes, right. Maybe... What would I think? I can't really see my cell phone screen. So, it might not be aimed the best of ways. So for today, I'm going to show you something that I developed early in my paper crafting career, passion, hobby, thing I do, therapy, call it what you will. One thing that I did, like to build. It was a quick and simple aircraft. Let me get this out of the way. That way I don't end up accidentally hurting my other project. I'll have to do that. I've got a few projects going on. Sometimes I don't finish a project. It has happened before. So, hopefully that isn't the case with this rubber band powered duck fan paper airplane. It's a mouthful. I'm having to get used to saying it. First things first, gotta take care of my head. I've been struggling for the last 6 hours or so to try to get some sleep. It didn't work. So, yeah. if you're wondering, this ashtray is actually a steel pipe cap cover that I found on one of construction jobs I was on. Alright. So what I'm going to do, I guess I'll draw it out and then I'll do it. I don't need to draw it out. I'm doing this for you all. So what I want to do first is create a fuselage. So, I have my piece of paper like that. And then I'll take my handy little roller over here, make tick marks. Then, once I get those tick marks made, I use a piece of paper, or again, this roller. Take my hobby knife, and I'll score it, making sure that edge doesn't come off of this linear straight surface. I'll do that, and then I'll cut the final thing out, and I'll fold it along each and every one of those scores. By the end of it, I should have a relatively straight. What am I doing? I'm distracted. So at the end, what we'll have is a tube, cardstock tube. Once we have that, then I can attach wings onto it. Just single layer thickness cardstock. After I add the wings, well, no, before I add the wings, I should say, it'd be wise to build the empennage first. That way you get an idea of where that center of gravity is along the fuselage. Obviously very important that all of these surfaces remain flat, not creased unless you need it to be creased. Usually I include ailerons, control surfaces, just and there's a little bit of trimming that I end up doing. Usually some up trim for the elevator. Sometimes minor adjustments for the roll. Usually my craft are decently balanced along this axis. I do tend to make my craft a bit nose heavy. If I can get away from that. Either way, it is a glider. So you don't want it to be heavy, but you do want it to not be too light. If you got it too light, then its inertia won't pull it through the air. Alright, so with that said, like I said, I don't know, this is something I toyed around with a lot when I was I see, how young was I? I honestly don't remember. Young teens. Shortly after my buddy showed me, got me interested in making paper models. I wonder what happened with that friend. I haven't talked to him in a while. I haven't talked to a lot of people in a while. For various reasons. They haven't talked to me for various reasons lately either. Where's my hobby knife? Alright, so like I was saying, simple, quick. Alright, I'm gonna use, I love this song. Amazon. Alexa, turn up the volume to level 5. Alright, so For this particular one, I'm going to use 5mm. I'm a little shaky-handed, so this might be a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Coffee jitters. No, I think I'm going to make this one a triangle. Triangle, not a square tube, but a triangle tube fuselage. And this last notch, you got to make it a little bit on the inside of that millimeter mark. So not exactly 5mm from that last one. Probably more like 4.66mm. Alignment obviously is key. I always find I could be more and more exact. Having shaky hands is not helping. But lean into your work. Remember what you did. So next time you do it, you can expand on there. Work on it, learn from it. Syd Barrett, that guy's something else. That's Syd Barrett. The world was not, and still is not, ready for him. I'm convinced he faked. I'm convinced he faked that shit. With the whole losing his mind, he didn't lose his mind. He saw that people were willing to believe what he was telling them, and he didn't want to. He didn't want to perform. He didn't want to be as famous as he got. He wasn't out for fame. He was out to create music, to create art. And eventually his fame drove him away. But he didn't want to be a dick. He didn't want to leave his bandmates. He wanted his bandmates to leave him. So, I mean, that was a brilliant idea. Sucks he doesn't want to do music with Pink Floyd anymore, but that's oftentimes how things pan out. Oh, not yet. I went from millimeters to inches. Is there any order to this world? Nope. Also, it's important for me to remember which side needs to be on the inside and glued. Remember, I cut this a little bit shorter than the rest. I don't want it to throw off the proportions. So I just gently work that crease down. Same with the last one. The last one's generally the hardest one to get to fold correctly. Psychedelic rock. You know, I never really understood Pink Floyd like I do now. Before, I consumed a certain kind of fungus. But after I started consuming that fungus, it's like I rediscovered Pink Floyd. What is this? You know? Um, really incredible work. I don't think I'll ever get tired of Pink Floyd. I can listen to them nonstop. And I'm a metalhead. I generally like to listen to heavy thrashing chaos. This is less chaotic. I mean, it kind of is chaotic, but it makes a lot of sense. Then, you know, a real bit thin layer on it, like I just did in front of y'all. Oftentimes I just dip my finger in the glue. Sometimes I'll use a little piece of paper or a stick. Even the tip of a paper clip before. Depends, you know, again, what I'm gluing. How exact I need to be. How much or how little glue I want on the thing. I find that when I do the square tube, it likes to warp. Apparently, that's a risk in this situation as well. There is a way around it. It's a bit more involved, where the rod wouldn't necessarily warp, or the fuselage in this case. So when I construct it like this, I like to bear pressure on it while it cures in the opposite way that it's trying to bend. That way correcting for it as it cures. Obviously, the more glue you apply, the longer it's going to take to cure. For this instance, I try to rub it real thin. Alright, so here's the basic tube. Damn. I wasn't even aware the thing was spreading at the end. Well, let's make a... This is not going to be pretty, y'all. Close your eyes. Y'all didn't see me do this. I hate doing this. Sacrilege. But again, this is just a simple little, I like to call them flick gliders, and you'll see here in a little bit. But yeah, it's a simple little flick glider. Alright, what can I do with this? Obviously I'm going to need a vertical stabilizer, horizontal stabilizer. You can get pretty out there with the designs, or you can do something simple. Here, I already got this piece of cardstock cut to pieces, so and drawn on. I use that as the vertical stabilizer. Freehand. There we go. Got a little bit of that simple sketch I did. When you're cutting where it's hinged on the vertical stabilizer, it's important that that cut is, well, it's not quite essential, but it's pretty important. That's 90 degrees to the where it's going to attach to the aircraft itself. Alright. Making sure that the bottom of the tube is the double laminated surface. Do I want that though? I really don't. Honestly, it should be, I do for balance, but the proportions are not right. It looks better like this, standing upright. So the weighted side will be on the right side of the craft, so it might have a tendency to roll to the right. Also, my pants get a lot of glue wiped on them too, because I just like to wipe my fingers on my pants. I'm a little lazy in that regard. Alright. So it's important, obviously, to get that as straight as you can. And then again, stay with your craft and modulate as needed, because it will want to move as it cures. That's the most time-consuming thing about this building these things, is that waiting for this stuff to dry. I mean, I could use something like, oh, that's actually pretty good already. Look at that. So when you're gluing a single edge like that, really thin, it tends to dry up fast. This stuff is great. It can dry up fast, it can dry up slow. I did use this CA glue to attach that paper clip through the hub. And then I also got another one of these solid clumps sandwiched in between there, so when it pulls on it, it's not going to go anywhere. It should be sturdy. Enough about glue. Alright, so for the horizontal stabilizer and the wings, I like to go like this. Just score a section of paper, cut about the distance, obviously, so you fold it over, you have access to the same size about. Set this piece of paper aside, fold her in half. The horizontal stabilizer, I'm gonna choose to make small. Yeah. Small. One of these days I'll get to cutting my nails and cleaning underneath them. That's terrible. Like a rat that crawled out of a dirty couch out from underneath. Alright. And again, using a straight edge doesn't have to be a roller, doesn't have to be. I don't want to get carried away with how big this surface is. Well, I think I got carried away. That's alright. That should work. What kind of an angle is that? I don't know if I just want to plop this thing on top of it. See, a lot of my craft I just kind of make up as I go along. Some of it's planned. You know, it's hard to tell the angle. I think it'll be all right. It doesn't look to be like this. It looks to be more like this, if anything. So I believe that might work all right. A little bit glue on there. Ah, shit. That's right. See? Just gotta be able to change your mind. Sometimes you gotta change your mind. That's a new technique I've never tried before. Gluing it upside down like that, picking it up with the thing. That made it a lot easier. It's something to learn, or something to remember for next time I build something, you know. Bag of tricks. Alright, so, I think that turned out alright, so far as the angle. It's a little bit taller than, that's probably necessary. Which might make it want to roll over easier, so, I guess I ought to make these wings a decent wingspan. Drinking their wine. He wore a scarlet tunic, a blue-green hood. It looked quite good. He had a big adventure amidst the grass, fresh air relaxed. Whining, dining, biding his time. And then one day, hooray, the way. Huh. Well, that was accidental. Didn't even realize I had a score line going right here. And, actually, it's placed in a good area accidentally. I mean, that's a happy accident. So I'll just take my blade and maybe, yeah, I'll have a dual surface aileron set up on the back of this wing. Why not? Now, with aircraft this small, I generally don't concern myself with airfoils. So I'm not going to put an airfoil on this one. It's still important though that you clean up the edges, because yeah, this is still aircraft physics. It's just, you know, at a smaller, harder to exact. You see here? Would that be all right? Without adding weight. Or should I add weight to shift the, yeah, let's add a little bit of weight. Not too much though. Section of cardstock. This is paperclip. Pink Floyd, and they're straight up teachers. You listen to them, and they're teachers. Yeah, that's how I'm cutting my paperclip with these this piece of shit tool. I forget, I didn't order it. It came with something. that I bought, and I don't remember. It's not so bad. Otherwise, I wouldn't be over here using them. Alright. Time to use a little bit of CA glue. Shaky hands. Shaky hands. I don't know if it's lack of sleep, being overworked. I really don't know what it is. So forgive me if this doesn't turn out that great. I ain't trying to make excuses. Let's get some water. Alright, I got that out of the way. So let me show you what I meant by I use a piece of something else. I guess you could use this as like a paintbrush or a small spatula or whatever you want to use as, or whatever you want to call it. So just stretch out some glue like that. And oh no, I haven't figured out where the center of gravity is. I gotta do it quick. Glue's drying. Seems to be about right there. I guess it's done. Or am I going to take y'all to demonstrate it? I guess it's time to take this phone down. Until it practically disappears. That's good. Learning new things about my camera. Alright. So, I guess I'll try to prop you up over here. Try to get some shots of this thing flying. Where are y'all aimed? Over there, that camera. Let me turn off the fan. Fans tend to create air currents. Air currents are akin to turbulence. So I like a calm day. That's called a flicker wiper. Because generally put it down on the surface and flick it. I don't know if it'll take off before the frame of this picture. It probably will. I don't plan on keeping these flowers, this picture of flowers in here forever. Let me see. Well, no, you are pretty, you're not pointed way up down there. That's how it is sometimes, so. Still have my ballast in there. Let's just throw it by hand. That was perfectly level. So the flicking, I've been screwing up on it. I'm not flicking it right, but it does fly. Rather fantastic, actually. Let me take y'all to another section of my house. My music has quit. The Pink Floyd is done. Why? Alexa, what happened? Yeah. My roommates gave me that from my previous place. Surprise, surprise. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can get you all a good glide. No way. That thing actually flew up, landed briefly on top of the fan. I thought it was going to get stuck in the light, and then came over onto the other side. Alright. Need to practice my flicking, but alright. I was using it as a toss glider. Alright. I continue to get better. Good shit. Oh. Legend. Well, that's that then. Put it right over here next to all my other little, projects. I ought to print y'all another one of these. This guy flew really good until it smacked into the side of the house. Here's another wing and ground effect vehicle I haven't made a video on. This one I spent a little bit more time on. Then I attached a power-up to it. As you can see, I see that Granddad is an old man. He likes some power-up units as well. Cool. A lot of similarities between those maker types. That didn't go too well. Need more speed. More speed. That or less weight. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the power-up being on this thing, honestly, so if I can take it off without destroying the craft, that would be great. I might just have to destroy the craft, I don't know. Don't destroy the craft. Do destroy the craft. Don't destroy the craft. Do destroy the craft. Yikes. Yeah, that's gonna be difficult. Excuse me while I go fetch scissors. Alright. The power up has been severed. Alright, so that's a better look at how it was initially designed, and then I was just experimenting and playing around and wanted to attach my power up. But my power up, then again, I've only been testing it here, so how long of a run can I get for it to even get up to speed? Even pushing it while it's running, it's kind of hard to achieve. See, too much speed. So maybe these airflow profiles are too aggressive. I don't know. Should be fairly consistent though. So maybe I need to do some down elevator. Let's try that. I haven't really messed with this thing. I kind of built it and messed with it a few times, and then I just kind of hung it up. Nah, still flipping. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe if I use them as like ailerons. So it's flipping over to the left for some reason. So if I bend that down more than this one, that should help counteract that rotation that we're getting. We'll see. I would think. I don't know. I would think. Oh, yeah. See? Yeah. This is why I do this shit. Alright. A similar, different experimental kind of design. Flip rocket thingy. Let's see if it still works. Probably not. A little bit. See, that one's warped. A little wooden catapult glider. This guy. Yeah, it took some time on it. A little bit more than I usually do on my projects. And of course, y'all have already seen these. My deceased Dove Glory flashlight collection. I got speakers everywhere. So yeah, there's my video. Hope you enjoyed.